Good morning, everybody. Wake up. Wake up, wake up. In Provincetown. This week featuring Wake up, wake up. Can I have some coffee? Wake up, wake up. Make it strong, please. Hey. Oh. Hey. Wake up, wake up. Oh. No, really, can I have some coffee? Wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up.
Morning, it is Wake Up in Provincetown.
Hi, everybody. It's May 16th, 2025. This is On Wheels.
Yeah. We're at the Provincetown Commons.
I haven't been in here yet
Ever?
to do this show.
None of us have.
This is the first one?
Yeah.
Last week you were still back home?
Yes.
Back home.
I love the Provincetown Commons. It just has such a good vibe.
It does. Thank you so much, Leslie.
Yeah, beautiful art everywhere.
And Dave.
Yeah,
Dave and
beautiful art
Leslie.
everywhere. There's this beautiful room where you can get like stuff.
Yeah.
Artists, workers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just a fun vibe.
How are you?
I'm really good. Why are you dressed so fancy, Bob?
Because I'm at work. I have to go to work right after this. There's a lot of events in the district. Friday's like our district day. So like if we're going to spend a whole day on Martha's Vineyard, it's a Friday. If we're going to spend a whole day in Provincetown, it's a Friday. And so this is our Provincetown district day.
Oh, word.
We're going to the groundbreaking of Mata Field. We're going to the ribbon cutting of Cannery Wharf Park.
Wow.
And then there's a meeting of the Seasonal Communities Advisory Council at Town Hall at 1 p.m. with Housing Secretary Ed Augustus coming all the way from the big city.
Oh, wow. What is that?
The Seasonal Communities Advisory Council. So remember at town meeting how Provincetown voted yes to accept our Seasonal Communities designation.
And that was on the ballot again this week?
No, but
or did it pass?
It passed. We all said yes, not all. Somebody who watches this show reminded me that the last time I was on this show, I said that the town passed it unanimously, and this person that watches us every week, thank you, I love you, was like, I didn't vote yes on that. You need to issue a correction.
Was it Peter?
No, it wasn't Peter. It was not Peter.
Oh.
So thank you, person who
Did
did not vote yes on Seasonal Communities.
Did they have any illuminating ideas of why they voted no?
This is what this person said to me. You know, part of the Seasonal Communities designation allows towns to give a tax incentive to year-round residents.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Right. The person who voted no considers that a tax increase on second homeowners. And
that's great.
It's not the same thing. Giving a tax break to year-rounders is not the same as increasing taxes on everyone else. Or I guess it's two ways to look at the same thing. And I choose to look at it the right way. So... I love you, John.
I mean, how tragic it would be to have to not have two homes. Can you imagine?
That's a discussion for another day. But so the seasonal, so the part of the reason, remember there was somebody who stood up at town hall and was like, we should vote no on this because the regulations have not been promulgated. And it's like signing a contract without reading it.
I get that.
The Seasonal Communities Advisory Council is set up so that now Provincetown can promulgate regulations for Provincetown. Each town gets to make up the rules for themselves.
Is it a committee like the Visitor Services Board or something like that? So a group of 5 to 10 people?
Yes, but it's like, Secretary Augustus is on it. People from towns. It's broad and wide ranging across the Commonwealth. And so today, Provincetown will start discussing the aspects of seasonal communities that we want to adopt.
Oh, that's awesome.
Possibly like the real estate property tax exemption for year-round residents.
Love that.
Yeah.
Mm,
Me too.
yeah. As a year-round resident.
As a year-round resident
Right.
taxpayer.
Who's here spending money 365 days a year.
363.
I mean, you eat out like 5 nights a week.
I know. I'm just saying. I do leave town, once or twice a year for a day.
Yeah.
But I choose to spend most of my money in the place where I make my money.
Yeah.
Help buy local, help the economy.
Yeah. And
I
not
love
only
the
are you
restaurants
spending
of
money at
Provincetown.
businesses, you're creating culture in town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You should get a tax break.
I think so too. And I don't consider my break a penalty on anyone else.
I agree.
Thanks. Anyway,
How was your week?
we've eaten up a whole 13 minutes talking about this. My week was great. It was a busy work week. I was in Boston until last night. This upcoming week, I will be there all week. It's Senate budget week. So the Senate is
It's a big one.
it is a big one. It's like 4th of July or Bear Week in Provincetown.
In the Senate.
That's how it was described to me. They were like, we're going to be in Boston all 5 days. We're going to be working till 11 or 12 at night every night.
Everyone's in a pool.
So
Everyone's
yeah,
in bathing suits.
it's like the busiest week of the year.
There's food everywhere.
Yeah.
Can we wait, you're going to talk about this later. So
We're going to talk about a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
What do you want to talk about?
Yesterday, May 15th. So do you remember back when like a seasonal rental was May 15th until September 15th? Or was that before you? Kind of.
I don't know.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have to say that yesterday, May 15th, 2025, was 20 years to the day of when I moved to Provincetown.
No way.
So my first summer rental to live and wait tables was May 15th, 2005. And yesterday I was like,
20 years.
20 years to the day.
That's wild.
May 5th.
Mm.
What year did you get here?
2018.
Oh my God, you guys, the years just fly by, don't they, Sam? Just a poof, 20 years.
Yeah.
And I just want to say thank you, Provincetown, for everything that you have provided me, all of the love and culture and friendship and beauty.
I love that.
Thank you.
That's magical.
Thanks.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, I was going to mention the brand new police chief.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So congratulations to brand spanking new Provincetown Police Chief Greg Hennick, who, as we know, has been a Provincetown police officer since 2011. He was deputy police chief when he gave us the tour of the new police station a year ago.
Yeah,
Was that
I-
already a year ago.
Yeah.
And then after that,
I think I have a link for the episode that I texted the group chat.
He was acting police chief after he was deputy police chief, and now he is really chief of police.
Yeah.
So-
He was really fantastic when he gave us a tour. He's very nice, seemingly level-headed. He's very handsome. too.
Fully integrated into the community, lives in Brewster, but like is very, very Provincetown. Not hard on the eyes.
No.
No, so when he was giving us the tour of the police station, we're like hiding in the cells, being like, "Can we get out? Are you gonna let us out of these cells? Where's my car?" Jesus. He's not watching.
If
this.
you run into me on the street, ask me to tell you a funny story about that interview.
What? Tell it
It's
now.
not something I can say.
It's not appropriate for 9 a.m.
No.
Oh, but congratulations, Chief Hennick. We're
Yeah.
happy to work with you
Yeah.
and have you represent us here.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that picture.
Yeah. They did do an article in the Provincetown Independent about it, so check that out. There was also the election ended this past Tuesday.
Mhm. Did you vote on Tuesday?
Yes. I didn't vote on Tuesday. I voted early.
Me too.
But it was only, let's see, it was like 16% of the town's 3,427 registered voters voted.
Because there wasn't anything really controversial, right? So
Yeah.
people just sat this one out.
Yeah, there were 2 seats up for the select board. Both of them were people who are running again.
Unopposed.
Unopposed. There was no additional people running. Yeah, and a lot of seats didn't even have people running. And both of the things, it was the $1.4 million operating override that won by a landslide vote, and then won kind of like 3-1, 72% approval.
Of the full-time fire
I
station.
think so. It doesn't say here.
I think that's what the other question was. Question 1 was, do we want a full-time like fire squad
Mhm.
And police overtime.
and police overtime? That only passed 3-1.
Yeah.
It's pretty good anyway.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I wonder if John was one of the people that said no to that.
Stop dragging people.
When's the next select meeting?
Oh.
When's the select board?
The next select board election?
Election.
Whose seat is coming up next? Probably Borg and Sandberg.
Yeah.
So you know, I imagine at least one of them will run again.
Mhm.
I expect to see a few of them at the Cannery Wharf ribbon
Oh,
cutting
yeah,
later
they'll be
today.
there.
So
Yeah.
I will grill them for you.
Perfect.
You're welcome.
Perfect.
Oh, did you hear what happened in Truro at their
No.
election?
No.
So like 2 people got replaced on the planning board, and one of the people that won was a write-in candidate, like that decided 2 days before.
That's crazy.
And that person is Eric Jansen, who owns Blackfish, the restaurant in Truro. So
Wow.
congratulations, Eric Jansen, and whoever, like your friends that were like, let's put Eric on there and like beat an incumbent. Fresh blood. I think
Yeah,
that's remarkable,
It's always great to have new ideas.
right?
Why was that so contentious?
You'll have to ask Truro.
Ooh.
This is Wake Up in Provincetown, where we just sprinkle little tidbits about the other towns. Just facts.
We're tangential.
Yeah. The WNBA starts today.
Yay!
They're kicking it off with what they're calling Rivals Week.
What's that?
Basically, they're putting teams against each other that have like this sort of rivalry. And I think that they're like, it's the New York Liberty against the Las Vegas Aces, who are both like, they've both won a couple times in the past years. They're doing Fever in Chicago, or Indiana and Chicago, which I think is playing off the in my opinion, the tired rivalry of Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. I'm very excited. My favorite college basketball player is debuting on the Dallas Wings this year. Yeah, I'm really excited.
So it's the New York Liberty versus the Las Vegas Oligarchy?
No.
Oh.
Aces.
Oh. I like Liberty versus Oligarchy better.
Sure.
That's the rivalry for me.
I get it. I get it now. But they did just announce that the Connecticut Sun have sought out a financial institution named Allen & Co. to explore a sale of the Connecticut Sun. If you don't know, they are the Sun because they are based out of Mohegan Sun. They are one of the original teams. I think it was smart at the time to put a team there because Connecticut is really the center of women's basketball, but obviously it's grown so much and they just haven't invested a lot into their facilities. And I think that is probably because they were planning on a sale. Their 4 like main players all were up for free agency last year and all left. And I kind of have a feeling it's because they knew the team was up for sale.
The team is called the Sun, singular?
Yeah, the Connecticut Sun.
Why isn't it the Suns? Aren't basketball teams plural?
Because when the sun shines on you, there's only one sun.
But it's not the New York Knicks. It's the Knicks. It's the Celtics.
Philadelphia Eagles.
Eagle.
But there's multiple Eagles. There's one sun.
Fine. I don't know anything about basketball.
Yeah, but I'm really excited. I'm hoping that they will stay in New England and move to Boston.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great for you, especially.
Totally.
You would go all the time.
But it does already have some legs to it. Our Governor Maura Healey, she in this past February said that we should have a team in Boston and that they're a great market for it. And I didn't know this, but Maura Healey was a professional basketball player at one point.
I know.
She played for the Harvard University team from 1988 until 1992, and then played 2 years professionally in Austria.
Yeah. And she's not very tall.
Is she that?
No. Maura Healey? Haven't you ever seen her in person?
No.
She's shorter than you.
Well, I know
she's like Sam's height.
Her sister's a friend of mine, and she's
Must
not.
be a point guard.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
This past year, or for this current season, they added a 13th expansion team in the Golden State Valkyries. They just awarded a team in Toronto that's going to be called the Toronto Tempo. And there are about 8 cities vying for additional spots. The one I'm most excited about is the Nashville team. It's going to be hopefully owned by Faith Hill and Tim McGraw, which I think is very exciting.
Aww.
And it's a very sweet story. So it's in Nashville. Tennessee is also, along with Connecticut, kind of a hub of women's basketball. Through the 90s and 2000s, the UConn team and the Tennessee team were powerhouses. Tennessee was coached by Pat Summitt, who is one of the most remarkable coaches in basketball history. She passed away about 10 years ago of cancer, and they are going to name the team the Nashville Summit after her, which I think
all of
is
these women's
so
basketball
sweet.
teams are singular. Summit, Tempo, Sun. Maybe it's just women's basketball.
Well, this is my idea, and tell me if you have any ideas. I think if the Connecticut Sun moves to Boston, they should be called the Boston Luck.
Luck? Oh.
Because they like to kind of,
Oh,
they like to kind of like pair it off with the men's team name.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm excited though.
Maybe you'll get your wish.
Yeah.
How about Banshees?
That is
Banshee.
the name of I think
Irish.
I think it's a hockey team name that already has the Banshees.
What about Shamrock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clover? Like, bring it on. The Clovers, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm into it. I'm into
Me
it.
too. I'll be a male cheerleader for female basketball.
Word.
Right?
They actually they
like
do have,
middle-aged cheerleader.
well, they do have dance teams for women's basketball teams, but they are all ages, all gender. It's really
Oh.
cool. Yeah.
New career.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I mean, the Valkyries are still looking for their mascot. I
Oh.
tried. Sunny lives in SF and also has mascot experience. He was Jonathan the Husky while he was at UConn.
I was the mighty Spartan in high school.
No way. I love that.
I played sports.
Yeah.
How
Drag
dare you?
him.
I played sports too,
Uh-huh.
just not football.
Yeah. So we actually, since we're talking about this, we actually released our 4th episode of the Queer Times, me and Kristen. It is our brand new podcast. Thank you. And this past week's episode was about women's sports. Yeah.
Did Kristen get to speak?
Okay,
Did she get a word in edgewise?
barely.
I knew it.
She never does.
Please. You think Kristen doesn't get a word edgewise? Yeah, right. But I've been having a lot of fun doing that with Kristen. We film it at the Provincetown recording studio with Chad Rossi, who's amazing. We just brought in KT to help us do some stuff, and it is taking off. Every week's episode has more listens and views than the last week's. Check it out. You can listen to it on YouTube. You can head over there and subscribe to our channel, and you can also listen to it wherever you listen to podcasts. We also post clips and reels all over TikTok, YouTube, as well as Instagram.
Excellent.
Follow, like, subscribe,
Listen, watch.
listen, download, rate, review.
Wow.
I'm so used to the YouTube one where it's like listen, like, comment, subscribe.
Mhm.
But I think it's download, rate, and review.
You
for
have to do a lot of
podcasts.
things to a podcast.
Yeah, do it all, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just get consent first.
Yeah. Do you like Ben and Jerry's?
I love Ben and Jerry's. New York Super Fudge Chunk is my Ben and Jerry's flavor.
I like Cherry Garcia. See, I
Mhm.
love New York Super Fudge Chunk, but I don't like I don't like white chocolate.
Oh, I do.
So literally, I will get that one, eat it, and then spit out the white chocolate chunk.
You're like a dog spitting out pills.
Yeah, exactly. I just really don't like white
Oh
chocolate.
my God. it's the
Yeah.
best part.
But Ben Cohen got arrested yesterday.
I saw that.
He was at a Senate hearing where Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was testifying, and he protested. And as he was being dragged out by Capitol Police, someone was like, "What? Why are you getting arrested?" And he said that Congress is paying to bomb poor kids in Palestine and paying for it by kicking poor kids off Medicaid in the U.S.
That is what he. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
That will get you
exactly.
arrested at a Senate hearing, apparently.
Yeah. But my hat off to him. I'm glad that he is fighting the good fight. Ben and Jerry's has been a company that has always stood for progressivism, the world.
Yeah.
So continue to eat your Ben and Jerry's. Actually, I think they're owned by Unilever now, so I don't know if it actually matters if you eat Ben and Jerry's. But
That's a good guy.
yeah, definitely.
Where was Jerry?
I don't know.
Man.
Baked on a sofa somewhere eating ice cream.
Yeah, Drag Race is back on TV.
Already?
We had a whole week or two without
Yeah,
it.
did it ever go away?
I don't even know. No, I was wondering when it was going to start, and I said to my friend, I'm like, it's been weeks without a new episode. It's got to be starting soon. But there are some hometown favorites. Tina Burner is on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is All Stars 10.
Yes. So it's All Stars 10. There are 3 groups. I think Tina is in the 3rd group, so she's not actually on TV yet.
Mhm.
But my good friend Olivia Lux is on this cycle. I feel for her. The tides on the internet are turning against her.
Why?
You know,
What did she say? What did she
the
do?
Drag Race fans are very fickle.
I.
Yeah.
How can they be with that smile?
Yeah.
Oh. And she's the sweetest in person. Like she's a genuinely kind person.
True. I think she is not coming off as especially sweet this season.
So it's a bad edit, or she's just being different.
Who knows? She's a person being recorded for 14 hours a day. They like record anyone for 14 hours a day for a week and let me edit you to look terrible.
You'll get at least 30 seconds of them being a total absolute bitch.
Exactly. Watch the show, have fun, live for the drama, but relax.
We love you, Olivia and
Yeah.
Tina.
Yeah.
Tina was just here for Mother's Day, wasn't she?
Yeah, she's here for the summer. She's going to be doing drag brunches at the Crown and Anchor. I'm not sure if it's going to be in the brewery or in the Paramount. Unsure. But she'll be here all summer. She has her show in the Cabaret.
Mm-hmm. Tina was one of my favorite shows last summer. The whole summer.
She's
love
incredible.
her.
I hope she does really well on it. Ginger Minge is also on it. There's got to be a few other girls that are local faves, but I'm not positive.
Fun.
But it's been fun so far. My favorite has been Bosco.
Bosco?
Yeah. Bosco.
I don't know
Are you
that.
a Seinfeld fan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember when George tells the old woman his ATM code because he knows she's about to die? And because he's never told anyone, and it's like this, and then she like freaks out and just starts screaming it, and it's Bosco.
I don't remember
and
that
then she
one.
dies, and everyone's like, "Why was she yelling Bosco?" Okay. The only Seinfeld fan on the planet, apparently. Yeah, I think that's all I have for the week. Unless there's anything else important you need to talk about.
Just one more thing while we're promoting other shows that we do. My first cabaret show of the year is Monday, Memorial Day at 10 p.m. at the Post Office Cabaret. I don't know that I'm going to be here next Friday, so this is my last opportunity to plug it live
I think
myself.
It's going to be me and Anne.
Oh,
me and Brent.
Lucinda Liphole. I love her.
Yeah.
But
I'm
Monday,
excited. I've never hosted them before.
wild ride. I hope you're ready.
I'm always ready.
Right? Monday, Memorial Day, 10 p.m. at the Post Office Cabaret. Come up and join us. It's going to be a good time.
Awesome. There is one more thing. They're introducing bills in the Senate to ban pornography.
Who is?
Republican Senator Mike Lee. This was a part of the Project 2025 that everyone said wasn't going to happen, but it is happening.
Good luck banning porn.
I want to say slowly but surely, but it's kind of quickly and surely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly thought when this came out that there was, in Project 2025, there was an idea to ban pornography, and they started writing ads about it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that, I was like, oh, there's no way they're going to win now.
I mean, so what you're saying is they're shutting down Twitter? They would have to completely shut down Twitter.
Yeah.
If you don't know, Twitter is exclusively porn and politics.
Yeah. Last week's episode of The Queer Time was all about social media, in which we talked a lot about Twitter.
Really?
Yeah.
Does anyone actually call it X?
No. We dead name it.
Good.
Because that's what they deserve. Yeah. I'm like, who wants this? The idea is that politicians are supposed to speak for their constituency.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that Republican voters voted for them for a lot of things that I don't agree with, and that they're fighting for their constituency who voted for them for those reasons. Obviously, I don't agree with most, if any of it, but I don't think any of their constituents are like, we got to ban porn.
There must be people out there that feel that way. We just don't know any of them.
Very
like
true.
Not a single one.
Yeah, very true.
Anybody in the room banning porn? No?
No, not assault.
Definitely not you two.
Making porn.
Making porn?
Making porn. Literally. Okay, we are going to head over to Sam with the Wake Up Weekly Roundup.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Wake Up Weekly Roundup with me, Sam Sewell, for the week of May 16th through May 22nd. Things are getting ready and heating up, and this Friday brings us Single Women's Weekend. If you want all the information for Single Women's Weekend, please check out provincetownforwomen.com. It's happening May 16th through the 18th. Also happening this weekend, playing now, is Secret Mall Apartment, When Fall is Coming, and Sinners at the Water's Edge Cinema. And also, speaking of theaters, if you haven't gotten tickets now, what are you doing? Go see Angels in America, playing now and not for very long at the Provincetown Theater. Also in town this weekend, Fascination Provincetown is here until May 18th in partnership with the Gifford House, presenting 4 days of kink programming for those in our extended community. Congratulations. Also tonight, Into the Light is presented by the Outer Cape Chorale. Tonight and tomorrow at the Provincetown Town Hall, and on May 18th at Nauset Middle School, so go check them out. On Saturday, the Monumental Yard Sale is back. I know I've been clearing out a lot of my own stuff. It has been great, so go check them out. Monumental Yard Sale, and all the information on the listings can be found at ptown.org. Also, are you looking for love? It is Single Women's Weekends after all, and you can go check out Star Crossed, hosted by DJ KT and Kristen Becker, playing at the Crown and Anchor at 2 p.m. on May 17th. You can sign up at onlyatthecrown.com to either see it or be a contestant. Then on Sunday, when Fascination and Single Women's Weekend combined, Tina Burner brings you Kinky Quiche Brunch, happening at the Crown and Anchor at 12 p.m. And on Thursday, join the Provincetown Television for their dinner fundraiser event, a classic night of TV dinners by Liz Lavati of Liz Cafe, and this event is happening 5:30 and goes on to 8 p.m. Also get ready because Memorial Day is just around the corner and Provincetown for Women is bringing you Mem Day P-Town, and on Thursday, May 22nd, you can meet and greet. Again, check out provincetownforwomen.com for more information because upcoming, they have a full lineup of events, including Rise Up, their official opening party, the Burlesque Show, and a Pink Pony Club party. Also, if you go over to the Crown and Anchor on May 23rd at 7 p.m., you can check out Foxy, a variety hour hosted by Kristen Becker and featuring some of your very favorite people in P-Town, including me. Then also at the Crown and Anchor, Dyke Drag After Dark is also part of what's upcoming for Memorial Day, happening on the 23rd. So you're going to want to go get tickets for that now. And to put on your radar, the Provincetown Pride event is coming up June 6th through 8th. I heard they're looking for volunteers, so go reach out to them over at ptown.org. As always, if you would like to see something promoted, please email me at wakeuproundup@gmail.com. I hope you're having a lovely, lovely May, getting things ready for the summer, cleaning things out. Welcome all you second homeowners, and have a great week. I will see you out there.
Oh, wait, not yet.
Yeah.
Me too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you, Sam, for the Wake Up Weekly Roundup.
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
Just gonna.
Okay.
That was quick. We are here with two absolutely incredible Provincetown-based authors.
Brewster.
Brewster,
Yeah, close.
Cape-based authors. Thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome. Nice to be here.
Of course, we have one of your books, Jeanette's book here.
Came out yesterday.
Oh my
Yesterday.
Congratulations.
Timing is everything.
Yeah.
And so, Jeannette, I mean, you're kind of famous for writing Provincetown-centered stories.
Absolutely.
At the Year-Rounders Festival, I got a copy of The Deadliest Blessing, like a murder mystery set during Blessing of the Fleet, which is one of my favorite holidays of the year.
way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I have a murder mystery set during all of the
A
themes.
killer carnival.
Exactly.
That is so cool.
I know. So what brought you to Mount Everest?
I just needed a break.
Yeah.
I think that I love Provincetown. Obviously, I too have lived here for 20 years, and I've been loving writing this series. And I just realized that just as sometimes you have to cross the bridge, just to be across the bridge,
Mhm.
I needed to cross the bridge, so I went to Everest.
That's
Wow.
far.
Yeah,
When
but
I
you
do
know what it's
something-
like when you need a break.
I really do it.
As far as possible. So you write a lot of kind of like mystery.
Yeah.
Like murder mystery thrillers. What kind of brings you to that genre?
Mostly because it allows me to explore all sorts of different facets of a community while sort of doing a through line of a mystery through it. So in all of the Provincetown books, I do something about either the history of Provincetown or something that even Provincetowners might not know about. But it's all sort of encapsulated in the story. So it's not like I'm teaching you. I mean, I used to be an educator, you can tell. So it's not like I'm teaching you. It's I'm giving you this story and you come out of it saying things like, oh, I didn't know that Provincetown was a stop on the Underground Railroad, or oh, I didn't know there was that big shipwreck off of there, or things like that. So yeah, it's a genre that a lot of people read and enjoy. And who doesn't like killing somebody? I mean,
Ain't that the truth?
I get to do it twice a year, you know.
Barbara, how does living on Cape kind of inform your work?
Actually, I just love the history. I'm a real history buff. And we moved here in 88. So what is that, 37 years or so we've been here. My husband's an artist. We moved at 40, brought our screaming 3 teenagers with us who did not want to come, and threw them into an
From
old
where?
house from Ohio.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's in one of the books. And I write about Cape Cod. And I actually write between the past and the present. So I have a modern day character who is the series. She finds something here on the Cape. And then the next chapter, I'm going to take you to the location and you'll meet the character who had something to do with that item.
Oh, wow.
And so I travel all over the Cape, always connect. She follows her children, which is what I do. So I am inspired by where my children live. They lived in Juneau, Alaska. which is a great story about the Old Cape Blood Ruby, which involves Provincetown and Juneau, Alaska. Would you believe?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, so and it takes place in 1900 and present day. So it's back and forth like that. And I found all kinds of things about Provincetown. Very interesting. My husband said, now, you know, I wanted to give this 1900 fisherman something to drink in the morning. Well, you didn't drink coffee. They couldn't get it. The beans were not available as much as they are now. So every housewife down Commercial Street or whatever would have a specialty coffee, chicory, hazelnut, whatever. And that's what they drank. And I said, well, it took me like a week to figure that out. But little things like that are very interesting to me. And then in 1898, the Portland Gale came through and devastated Provincetown. Literally destroyed 500 of their ships, half of the piers. And this fisherman, 1900 fisherman, who goes to Juneau, Alaska to try to save his family. And then I have my modern day character visit a son in Juneau, Alaska, finds a letter that was destined for Provincetown in 1900, but never sent. And so she goes back to Cape Cod and tries to figure this out. So you follow him in Juneau, Alaska, and you follow Provincetown in 1900. I never knew that there were trolleys and buses in 1900, open air buses that would go up and down the street. Yeah, in your research, you probably found it. And it was like in the snow and the ice, you could get on the bus and go from one end of the town to the other if you had to go. That's what they had. So it's kind of just fascinating to me, you know, all this history and stuff. And I had a son that lived in Juneau, Alaska. And so that inspired me also then to go back and forth. That's what I do.
That's amazing. I love how you kind of both have this idea of like research and history and then using fiction
Right.
and different genres.
I mean, all of our facts are correct. We just weave our fictional characters
Right.
sometimes around those facts. So
And I love the dual timeline. That's such
Yeah.
a great
That's a
device.
great-
right,
device.
yeah. So you got two parallel timelines in my books, past to present. They're all heading in the same direction, but different paths.
And
They're all
Jeanette,
gonna meet up.
Whenever I open one of your books, it's like a visit to Provincetown.
Yeah.
Like they're great gifts for people that love
Yeah.
P-Town but don't get to live here like we do.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, there are summer people who come. The first thing they do is go to Provincetown Bookshop and see whatever was new in the Sydney
Mhm.
Riley series.
Yeah.
And it's become like part of their vacation, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are both
And
of
she's
y'all's-
coming back. I want you to see, I want you to know she's coming back. I've already had people on my case about this. This is an outlier. Sydney will be back in the 11th book in the series.
this is very Misery Chastain cannot be dead. Hey, Bates, anybody?
Yeah. Where can we find your books here in town? The Provincetown Bookshop?
Yeah.
And Eastern Book.
Oh my God, amazing.
Right.
Awesome.
What is
Congratulations.
your newest title?
It was actually the Old Cape Map that was came out last year. So I'm working on a new one that'll be out next year.
Perfect.
Any spoilers that we can?
Well, actually, I am going to go rogue a little bit.
Okay.
And I'm going to tackle a speculative fiction with this one.
Mm.
Still history from the 70s to present day, but we're going to go a little bit beyond, a little further
Into the future.
into another
What
universe.
could have happened?
I'm so excited,
Me
but I
too.
hope I'm
That's
not going to
amazing.
lose all the people that, oh, no, I don't want anything to do with Hollywood, which I wrote about. I don't want anything. No, I want just Cape Cod. Well, good luck with that. So
Your
Yeah,
readers.
please.
I'm
will
going
go on.
rogue on this one. So
And that's
it'll
like
be
that, too.
fun.
It's a risk. It's a risk when you think I've built up this readership.
Yeah.
I've built up people who, every time they wait for my new book to come out, and now I'm doing something that's totally different, which is why I said, yeah, she'll come back. But it is kind of scary, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is. Yeah. Because I
try
don't know whether I'm
something
going to
different.
lose. I mean, my readership goes from 18 to 100. So am I going to lose this part here, or will I gain more down here in 18 and 30 and 20 because I'm going to be speculative fiction? I don't know. We'll find out.
I can't wait.
Me too.
I'm having
Yeah.
fun.
Thank you so much for making some time to be here today.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Stop by the East End Bookshop, Provincetown Bookshop or East End Books and grab both Barbara and
Yeah,
Jeanette's books.
they've got them.
And they've also got the whole series of Provincetown mysteries. So if you want to catch up on any of them, you can
I'm
do
gonna
that.
have to.
You do.
Yeah, you do.
It's fun.
Sam, what's next?
The Common Show. The Commons.
Oh, correct. We sat down with two artists this past week here at the Commons. Check it out.
I'm here with Elspeth, Slater, and Bob Ross, and we're at the Commons talking about art and why you don't wait till the end or the retirement to create work.
Embrace the moment.
Embrace the moment. Elspeth, how long have you been a painter?
I did a specialized arts curriculum in high school here in Massachusetts, but had a career as a forensic social worker to pay the bills. But I've made art the whole time. It soothes my soul.
And Bob, you...
I actually was interested my whole life, but I was a college administrator and a psychologist for most of my life. And I just retired 2 years ago, but I've been painting for the last 15 pretty seriously.
Elspeth, you are in a group show with a lot of the artists that have the Champaigner Studios.
Yes,
which are new
the
for
74
Commons.
Champaigner Studios. There's 7 of us there where we talk about technique, we give impromptu critiques, talk about materials, suggestions, a little bit of collaboration as well. It's been wonderful, and it's taken me places I wouldn't have expected.
And I think that unless you have the ability to have a studio in your home to work in, or a large enough space, that like these collaborative places where artists can create in an artist community, there's so few spaces for people to work, and places for people like you to show your work.
And this has been a godsend to this whole community.
Totally.
I mean, both the shared spaces that are studios, but also that they welcome those of us that aren't in galleries to display our work and to talk to each other and to learn from each other. So yeah, this is a gold mine here.
Gold mine, I couldn't agree more, and I really feel that in addition to everything you've said, that the Commons is just amazing at helping us to build an artist community. And we're large, and there's so many events that go on here, even beyond the shows and the studios, so I'm very grateful.
Yeah. So come on down to the Commons and check out the incredible work of the artists that show here, and we'll see you next time.
Stop by and visit the show here at the Commons. Please welcome Jaime de Souza.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi, I have such the privilege of being here when Bob's here.
I know.
That's very sweet. Thank you.
I was like, this isn't your first time, right? But I'm shocked to hear that it is.
It is.
Yeah, you do so much in town, so.
Well, I actually brought you all something. I forgot. Yeah. So it's a little coco sete. If you're allergic to coconut, probably don't eat it.
I am not.
And I wish I had more.
What is the cocosete?
So it's like a wafer cracker, very popular in Colombia and Venezuela. My family's from Venezuela, but these are actually from Colombia. So a little different taste, but.
A little Latin flavor here in P-Town.
Yeah, my ancestors would kill me if I didn't bring something. So.
Which is why you're here. You're here to talk about your group, Latinos and Provincetown.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's such a great thing that you're doing because one of my roommates is Venezuelan, and he's like, I love it here, but I need Latin people. So yeah, I'm amazed that you're doing work to bring them together.
Thank you, thank you. I mean, it's partially for me because I grew up with all my family and with extended family, and to come here is sort of just like a shock of being like, oh, can I swear here?
Absolutely.
Of course.
It's past 9:30, right?
Wait, maybe my mom will watch it. So, oh man,
Oh man.
oh man. To not have community around, I think we all can sort of feel like the need for community, and I have different parts of myself, and that Latino side also wants to be around other Latinos. So.
Just like my roommate.
Yeah.
Tell us about some of the work you're doing.
Right? Yeah, I do. Yeah. So about 3.5 years ago, we started a language exchange that was sort of spawned by people who were asking me to teach them Spanish and people who were asking me to teach them English. And I was just like, why, instead of me taking like 17 hours out of my week, why don't we bring you all together? Let's create community. Let's have you be the teacher, but also be the student. So we've actually hosted it here at the Commons. We've hosted it at the library as well. And we've had other great supports. And then about 2 years ago, we started English classes. Because one of the first sessions that we had, there was a group of folks that came, and they came with like notepads to the language exchange. They came with like notepads and paper. That's the same thing. Notepads and pens, and they were asking for like grammatical things. I'm like, I'm not a teacher. I'm so sorry to inform you. Like, this is an informal like immersion language class or language scenario. But then that sort of, got me energized to try to find a way to make English classes happen. So about 2 years ago, if I said that before, we partnered with the school. Jerry Goyette, I believe that's his last name. Yeah, been such a supporter of this, and we have some amazing teachers, including one of the dentists in town, Dr. Rodriguez, and then Marca Daly, who's also a teacher. And yeah,
is Dr. Rodriguez on Harry Kemp Way?
Yes,
that's the one that's like right near my house.
Yeah,
you're friends with him?
Yeah, he's one of the English teachers.
Yeah, it's impossible to get an appointment with a dentist around here.
Oh. I don't know him in that capacity.
Not to totally derail the interview.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Talk to me after.
Okay. You've also been doing some kind of hangouts as well.
Yeah, like events and stuff. Yeah. About a few years ago, we started a Latin night. It's sort of just been teetering in and out. But recently, I've started working at Gifford House and playing some Latin music. So hopefully that's a little bit more of a consistent night. And it looks like we're moving in that direction. I don't want to sort of put anything, into the world, but hopefully there will be a sort of more formal Latin night happening, which is beautiful. I mean, I listen to Spanish music 24/7, unless I'm listening to like Jungle, their Volcano album. For some reason, it's been on repeat again. But
you speak Portuguese as well?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I need you to come to Brazil with me. Every time
happily, if you pay, I'll go.
Oh man.
Are you liking bartending?
I am. Yeah, I have you to thank.
Yeah.
Really? This is because of you?
I trained Jaime how to bartend over the winter.
Jamie's at the Gifford House all the time now. Are you still at Outer Cape?
I actually have to go there after this.
Oh my
for Tepton
gosh.
Street. Yeah.
Do you know Priscilla?
I haven't formally met Priscilla. I've heard so much about
I'm
you.
like, y'all need to talk. Y'all need to talk.
Yeah.
Charlar.
Yeah. Look at you.
That's I used to be fluent in Spanish, and that's one of my favorite words.
Charlar.
Yeah, we like to chit chat. Thank you so much for all the work you're doing. I know it's really important to bring communities together and also to bring other people into it. I know a Latin night is amazing, obviously for Latin people, but there's also so many people who love drinking margaritas and dancing to Latin music and really enjoying that culture.
And healthcare. I mean, you're doing a lot of things. You got your fingers in a lot of pies, and it's all very important. So thank you.
Thank you. Is it okay if I plug one thing?
Absolutely.
Real quick?
Plug whatever you want.
So we do have a family preparedness webinar coming up on Wednesday of next week. It's going to be through Zoom, and you can find out about it through our Instagram, Latinos in N, which is ENP Town. And it is basically what's happening in the world right now is really hard on a lot of immigrant communities, particularly Latinos. I think they're sort of like the target at this moment, unfortunately. And so this webinar really focuses on like what happens if you are detained or arrested or deported by ICE, by immigration. What happens to your kids? This is a webinar that's really focusing in on understanding what options you might have and really helping guide folks through that. So that's one thing. And then we also are doing a sort of an informal Know Your Rights training the day before, but that one is a little bit more of like, if you want to come to it, it's going to be in Spanish. And also the webinar is going to be in Spanish as well, but this in-person one the day before, if you're interested, go to Latinos in P-Town, go to the link tree, connect with me, and then I'll get you that info.
Oh, that's amazing. That's really important work. And I also know our community as a whole wants to know everything we can do to make sure that this community remains a safe space for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there are so many things that folks can do. And I think I think folks always are like, oh, how do I get these like red cards, which have all this like really important information of like what your rights are in a scenario. How do I get those to folks? It's just like, well, maybe there's other things that you can do other than that. Like businesses, I think, can carry those cards. Businesses can also talk to their employees and find like a preparedness plan if ICE does come to your business. I think there's so many things you can do. I think as landlords, we can really, I think in general in America, in the enterprise that is America, greed is very prevalent. And so what we see is a lot of folks, if someone's undocumented or has a different, a non-citizen status, that folks really hold that over their heads. Mm-hmm. So I know folks in town who have had to move 5 times throughout the summer. I know folks who live multiple people to a room. And these are things that I know are happening to everyone, but I think in particular, the immigrant community is really facing a lot of this. And then workplace you know, things happening in the workplace that shouldn't happen.
I agree.
Yeah. So there's so much that folks can do. I want to, you know, empower people to really take a like introspective moment and say like, hey, how am I treating my like fellow community members and human beings?
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you for all the work you do.
Thank you. Thank you for the work you do.
We are going to head over to Weather with Sean.
Yeah, it's
Good morning, Provincetown. It's a foggy start here in town, and I'm out on the tidal flats behind my house. I was hoping it might be one of those no shirt kind of mornings, but not quite yet. Here's your 6-day weather outlook as we coast through mid-May. And yes, I'm a little disappointed because it's my birthday week and Mother Nature clearly didn't plan ahead. Today starts off mild with morning fog and low clouds reaching a high near 70. Saturday cools down with breezy conditions, thick clouds, and a slight chance of a pop-up thunderstorm, highs near 62. Sunday brings a welcome burst of sunshine and a high around 70, so soak it up while you can because Monday turns gray again with drizzle and highs around 62. Tuesday starts off cloudy and breezy in the mid-50s, and Wednesday, wrap things up with more clouds and a high, struggling to hit 52. But don't despair. Early models show the sun returning just in time for Memorial Day. It is Fascination Week here in town, and I've got good news for those of you who enjoy late-night public experiences. High tides will hit early in the morning and again late in the evening, but don't worry, the water won't reach the stairs, if you know what I mean. For the rest of you, mid-morning will be perfect for a beach walk or a pub stroll. Quick reminder to check in with my lovely friends over at Test and Treat. Get yourself prepped and pepped for summer. It's quick, easy, and important. You can make an appointment with Test and Treat over at Outer Cape Health by calling 774-538-3350. Again, that's 774-538-3350. And a big welcome to all our single ladies in town. Make sure to come see me at T-Dance this afternoon in your favorite gear. I've got dog tags waiting to complete your look. That's it for me. Remember, Sunday is shaping up to be the weather winner, so plan to get outside and enjoy it. For those of you in town, I will see you at tea. Guys, back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Sean. Just a couple TV professionals figuring out microphones here. Please welcome. Please welcome Nate Goodman from Provincetown Television. Thanks for coming back in.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This is great. I love learning about all the things you do on the show and talk to people in the community. It's so amazing.
Yeah.
So,
you also do some amazing work over at Provincetown Television. You've been there for about a year or two?
It's like 2 years now.
2 years, yeah. How's it been going over there?
Good. I'm just gonna say
just leave it.
It's going well.
Good.
We're kind of like rebuilding things. You know, it's like really a relaunch. We've thought about it that way. And it's a town building, so it's like that historic building that was the old library. And it really needed some update. So we got new carpet with the town. Been working with the town. We got new carpet. We got a whole new paint job. It's amazing. So it feels so much better in there.
Good.
And I'm just, when we did that, we had to clear out the space completely so they could do all the work. And then
so you got to kind of re-put everything in.
And now we're kind of slowly rebuilding it, and like, you know, the Commons actually is a huge inspiration to try to make it kind of this minimal space that people feel like they can have some room to move, have some room to set up a camera, you know, move the desks out of the way. I just want it to be a flexible space that the public can use. And then the next challenge is like getting people, having events and getting people involved. And so I'm starting to work on that, and I'm working on a little gallery space there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. That might be a surprise for you.
Yeah.
It's a really new thing that we're working on. I'm trying to kind of soft launch it this summer. And so we have a first artist who has a bunch of work in there. It's Cisco, who paints the library. He's across from the library, and he's always outside painting.
What does the sign say?
You matter.
You matter. That's what it is.
So he has all of the You Matter stuff, which we don't have any of those pieces right now because I specifically asked him. When I've been there and looked at his work, he has all these pieces on old technology, like old screens. So I
that's
thought
perfect.
PTV, yeah, it's like a perfect mix of art and technology.
Mhm.
And he has some like really strong statements about it too.
Great.
So yeah, he has like, I think we have like 15 pieces in there that are all like on old laptops. I think it's gonna be really fun for people to see, and different vibe than a lot of the art spaces. So I'm excited to kind of add like a different element.
Oh, that's really cool.
To the art space. And this one's kind of a start, but then I want to go even more into like the video art and experimental video installation, immersive stuff. So it should be really fun and really like different for people to come explore. So that's the idea with that, and getting people in and activating the space.
That's awesome. So you can watch Wake Up in Provincetown on PTV. What other program are you really excited about besides our show?
Yeah, we do a lot of work with the school. So we just filmed the musical.
No way.
Yeah, Something Rotten Jr. We filmed last year, which was Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
We filmed the year before, which I can't remember what it was. But
on this island?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was so fun too. But this year, I think we got the best coverage of the musical. Plus, we did a filmmaking workshop with the kids, and we worked on things related to the musical for the whole workshop. And it was really fun, like working on story and working on camera and editing, how to do all those things with the kids. And we made a trailer for the musical. So it's played in a lot of places. You can find it online. But they actually played it at Water's Edge. They were playing it before movies, which was really cool.
I think we played it when we had the kids on the show.
Exactly. And so the kids get to go see like the work that they've done.
That's amazing.
It's super fulfilling to do that. But so that's something that I'm really excited. I have to do the editing on. It was 4 cameras, so I'm gonna switch back and forth, and I hope we got really good coverage, and we had a couple people from the community help doing camera work. So
that's really cool.
It's gonna look great. That, and there's a history program that Lisa King, who's like, I think she's like now the town historian, is what they just announced at that presentation that she was doing. And so we have that. It's like an hour and 20 minutes that I just finished. That's going to go up on our YouTube soon. So look for that. There's really cool history.
Yeah. Can the public just kind of come in to see the art show?
That's the idea. Yeah.
That's amazing.
We're going to I want to be part of the gallery stroll on Fridays.
Amazing.
Yeah. And I just went to this place in Boston that was really inspiring called Wonder Museum. It's WNDR, and it's all immersive art. They switch out and have different artists come in and build these incredible spaces, and it was so fun. So there's there's probably like 15 different exhibits that you can walk through and interact with. In our space, there's probably room for one of those, so that's where I'm gonna start with.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, and hopefully be able to have some video artists and have some workshops about making video art and some interesting workshops like that. So that's all coming up. Yeah,
wow, you've got so much exciting stuff happening.
Yeah. And then we have a fundraiser too.
Oh, perfect.
May 22nd, so next Thursday. And that's at Gifford House. And they've been super generous with the space.
Amazing.
And yeah, Steve there is just awesome.
What time is that?
5:30 at the Gifford House. You have to get tickets. We're basically sold out, but yeah. Well, Cody's going to be doing a play.
That'll do it.
Yeah. I want to mention everybody: Kristen Becker, Clint Morris, and Zoe Lewis. So we have some really good entertainment this year.
No wonder that sold out.
Yeah. It's like, I think we probably could have sold like 3 times.
Yeah.
So we're next year
you got to do a whole weekend.
Yeah. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea.
Where can they get those last few tickets that are left?
There's an Eventbrite, PTV dinner Eventbrite. You can go to the website, provincetowntv.org.
Awesome.
Yep. And it's right on the homepage of the website.
Awesome. Thanks so much for coming in today.
Yeah, thanks.
And congratulations, and thank you for doing all that amazing work.
Yeah, you guys are doing an awesome show.
Thank you. Thank you for showing it on PTV.
Yeah.
We are going to head over to Lucinda with traffic. We're going to hold on for 1 second. You know Lucinda. Sam. Yeah. Yeah.
Keep going. Who else is performing there?
We have any other shows on PTV. What am I working on? Well, people ask us about the government. That's like that's like the bread and butter. So if there's like a government meeting that doesn't come on the next day, we're getting calls.
Really?
So, yes, yeah. So we're always hustling to like make sure the government meetings are up.
Yeah, we love a civically involved community, but I imagine for you it's stressful.
It's good. It's good. The staff there that I like lucked into when I came there is so amazing. I want to just mention them. Helen, thank you, Helen, Richard, and Sean, and they're an amazing staff, and they handle the government so well.
So you can watch all the select board meetings, things like that.
Town
day
meeting.
After.
Yep. Yep. I did town meeting. It was fun.
Nice. That must be one of your most viewed government meetings.
Yeah.
Especially when
Especially
they're
controversial. Okay.
We've got Lucinda. She made it.
She made it. She was experiencing some traffic.
Take it away.
That's awesome.
New liquor license issued in Provincetown, and though I did not know that liquor gained licenses in Provincetown, I've got to check it out. I got to make sure they know how to operate liquor properly. Like, I don't want to see any glassware. I just want the liquor set up like dressing at a salad bar. Luke's Lobster. Everyone says this is a chain restaurant. I couldn't possibly... You know what? I've worked in basically every restaurant in town, and none of them have not made me feel chained. I might as well go in. You're serving liquor now?
Yes, ma'am.
Rum?
Yes.
Tequila?
Uh-huh.
Vodka?
Sure are.
I'll take a Long Island iced tea while I wait for my massage.
Massage?
Yeah, the kitchen does it for me all the time. Just ask them.
Ma'am, our kitchen just opened. I don't think they...
Is this the liquor?
No.
Tingles like Sambuca.
That's because it's a saltwater pool for the lobsters.
Well, turn it up. I came here for a good flush to have my tail meat cracked open.
Ma'am, you can't get in the pool.
Oh, lobsters are still alive when they get here from Maine?
Yeah, from the Gulf of Maine right in front of us.
Oh, well. Oh, this bath will certainly make them feel at home. It's freezing. I want a free meal. I'm going to take my free meal right here.
Free meal? I mean, I'll give you a punch on our Lobster Mobster card, the loyalty program.
Loyalty? You're a server. You should probably ask me if I have allergies before you start serving me. Loyalty is one of them.
I mean, our fry batter is rice flour, so we've greatly reduced...
Reduced? I feel reduced being offered a card while I sit here wet and cold. What is it, my wedding night? No, I'm gonna engage with the menu for a little bit, and then I'll let you know when I need you. Don't worry, I'll scream.
Thank you so much, Lucinda. Please welcome the gentleman from Fascination, which is a Boston-based kink organization. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you for having us.
I know you guys had what I imagine is a raucous night last night. So being up early.
Whatever do you mean?
I don't know. Last night yesterday you had a barbecue.
Yes.
And then into the vault takeover.
Mm-hmm.
How did it all go?
I'd say it went swimmingly.
Good.
Nice and smooth, easy way to kind of get into the weekend.
Yeah. You guys have a ton of programming through the weekend, a lot at the Gifford House.
Yes.
This is your second year being in Provincetown. How did the first year go? I know we had you on last year just before the first year. So how did the first year go, and what changes did you make for the second year, if any?
Yeah, no, last year was an incredible success. I think something that was really beautiful for us to watch in real time was all of the different aspects of the Provincetown community come together and show up and show out. And I think something that's happened this year that I'm really excited to bring back to Provincetown is our community is just expanding further and further and further with the amount of people, the diversity of people, and the geography of people who are coming out. As we prepare to launch our New York debut in collaboration with Folsom Street East next month, we're seeing a lot more folks across the Northeast become a part of our community, and we're really grateful for that. and we're grateful to bring it to Provincetown this weekend.
Oh, that's incredible. Tell us about the beginnings of Fascination, because I know, correct me if I'm wrong, but it started basement at Jacques?
Yes, that is correct.
How
That
many
is correct.
years ago?
Over 10 now. We celebrated our 10-year anniversary in October of this year. So yeah, we began 10 years ago. It was a little bit more of an intimate space. We've always kind of had our roots in history, which I think is something that has taken us through this past decade, which has been wonderful. So yeah, and I think that just getting in touch with those roots and getting in touch with that history, especially now where history is becoming more and more important, queer storytelling, leather storytelling, kink storytelling is becoming more and more important. That's something that we're really passionate about moving into the next 10 years.
Amazing. I know it's based around kink and fetish, but I feel like almost what supersedes it is community for you guys. It's one of the most inclusive events that I've ever been to. And I think that's really incredible, especially bringing that energy to Provincetown. Provincetown is inclusive, but a lot of times separate in their inclusivity. I know that sounds crazy, but what are the Boston crowds different than the crowds here in Provincetown?
I mean, I would say, Boston, as we just said, it started off in a more intimate setting, and over the years, it just was able to gestate into this wonderful umbrella of inclusion that has representation across so many different types of kinks and fetishes. So that's really what has been the sort of the starting point in how we've been able to gather up so many new members of the community across such a wide region. So we have, of course, representation across leather, but there's also pets. There's a lot more femme representation and trans representation at our events. And it's just all a part of what I think has always been present, but maybe people didn't feel like they had the license or the presence to kind of step into that kind of world. So I think Fascination has allowed people to see there's a space for them. Even if you don't feel there's a specific space, we can be in space together, no matter where we are.
And I've been to a few of your events. I didn't make it. I was out of town last year for this event, but I've been to a few of your events in Provincetown, and that energy is really palpable when you're there. About how Folsom Street East and Fascination is coming together for this upcoming event.
Right. So Folsom Street East is a longstanding leather and kink festival in New York City, and it sort of exists to create space for a wide breadth of sexual identities to come together and hold space together outside. And so Fascination just made a lot of sense as a party to work together. I feel like both organizations are a little picky about like how they align, and it just made perfect sense for Fascination to work with Folsom Street East for the pre-party, and it's going to be the debut of Fascination in New York City, and we're really excited to see where that takes us.
That's awesome.
On June 9th.
Yeah, 6/9.
Very soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is this your first time here in Provincetown for Fascination? Or were you here last year as well?
I was not here last year. I came 2 years ago to sort of scout it out, and I didn't end up working on that project. But this is my first time like actually working with Fascination in Provincetown.
Amazing. Any events that I know it's event. I'm trying to nail down some attendees, but they're so busy. Tell us about a couple of your events that you're most excited about.
I think tonight is really going to be set the pace entirely with our fetish cabaret that's happening at Gifford House. Starts at we open the doors at 8, I believe, and there'll be a wonderful after party that kind of goes with that. But we've brought in some artists from New York. We have some local artists from here in Massachusetts and New England. It's a really great combination of just twisted artistic performance art to the max. And Provincetown, fortunately, it provides us a little bit more leeway than maybe certain other jurisdictions may allow within reason. But I think the Fetish Cabaret is definitely going to set the pace, and it's one of the things I'm most excited for, and I think us collectively at least to get started.
Yeah, you're also doing a tea takeover today.
Yes.
Tomorrow night's the big party.
Yeah,
and that's at Purgatory.
Purgatory, a full takeover of Gifford House complex. It's our signature event, just taken to the max. So yeah, tomorrow night at 9 we start, or Saturday night I should say at 9 at Gifford House Purgatory. Be there, be square.
And I think you took, from the Provincetown community, I want to thank you just because you took a weekend that was always a little sleepy and turned it into something really exciting, really welcoming, really inclusive. And I think that is where we're trying to go with every day of the year. So thank you so much for bringing the energy here. If you're in New York, make sure to check out Folsom Street East and the Fascination Collab. And your parties in Boston are the first Mondays of every month, correct?
Correct.
Yes, sir.
And that is at
Legacy.
I lived in Boston for 10 years. Is it Gil? Is it? Like,
Yes.
I know, who knows? Who knows?
Yes, and yes.
All of the above.
Shout out to Kelly, the Provincetown person.
All right.
I'm sure you guys want to go nap, I imagine.
What's that?
No sleep.
Thank you so much for coming in today, and I'm sure
Thank
we'll see
you,
you around
Harrison.
this weekend. Yeah.
Thank you.
A big thank you to the Commons for having us here today. A big thank you to Sam Sewell, who really put in the work today without Bob or Ethan. And a big thank you to our sponsors, the Crown and Anchor, the Provincetown Brewing Company, the Provincetown Inn, the Boat Sled, PTV, the PBC, and P-Town Tourism. And thank you so much for waking up in Provincetown. Wherever you are, we will see you next Friday right here.
Bye.
Can I have some coffee? Wake up, wake up. Make it strong, please. Hey. Oh. Hey. Wake up, wake up. Oh. No, really, can I have some coffee? Wake up, wake up.